Trucking YouTubes. Just want to make a quick video here. The dry van, the flatbed, the reefer market. This Monday was a pleasant surprise. The dry van started off pretty strong. The reefers actually jumped up significantly. And the flatbeds, as usual, are still on fire. So I want to talk about these things and a little bit of trucking news. So let's get into it now. Like I said, I'm making a quick video. So just take a look at the dry van hot market map. As you can see, there's a lot of dark red areas, which is good. That's a big difference than it was last week. That's a pretty significant jump. It is only Monday, so I'm not getting too excited because I know anything could happen. It could be a fluke. Could have been a backup of freight from last week that jumped over to try to move this week. But we'll see what's going to happen. It is a little good sign because I was expecting it to be way worse today than it was last week. But quite the opposite happened. Like I said, not getting too excited. We're going to see what happens, but just pause it. Take a look at this dry van hot market map. This is for today, Monday. Very pleasant surprise, I have to say. Here you go. Let's take a look at the reefer hot market map. As you can see, a lot more dark red color, a lot more pinkish color, and a lot more spreading through the U.S. So that means that there's a lot of loads, for reefers that are picking up. It's a good sign for the reefers. The average per mile obviously didn't go up since a couple days ago, but if it keeps heading this direction, their national average per mile should be coming up soon. The reefers deserve it. They're a little bit specialized equipment. They gotta, there are a lot of claims. You gotta watch the temperature. I mean, it's a lot harder in the dry van for sure, and a lot more expensive equipment and so on. So they do deserve a little bit more per mile, that's for sure. So this is a good start for, like I said, only Monday again. So we'll see what happens. But so far, the dry vans and the reefers, a huge up, way more than I was expecting them to do this week. So it's a good sign. Hopefully it keeps going. Hopefully the market picks back up a little bit. We'll see what happens, but if you want to pause it, take a look at the reefers, zoom into the hot markets. Here's a look at the flatbed hot market map. As usual, for the last however many months, it's been pretty hot. South is hot, a lot of hot markets for the flatbeds. Obviously, the flatbeds are the ones making the most money right now, so nothing has changed. They're still on an uprise. Still at that 260 national average per mile. Obviously, not much would have changed from last week. But if you want to take a look at hot market map, just pause it, zoom in, take a look. If you're in flatbeds, to make sure you go to good areas and make sure to research them before sending your truck in there. For the fuel, we got $3.58 national average. That's down 1.65%. So hopefully the diesel keeps going down every single week. Let it get cheaper. The cheaper the diesel, obviously the better. But hopefully the rates don't go down with the diesel prices, because that's usually what happens. Unless it's a good market, it doesn't matter what the diesel prices are, they got to pay. But usually when diesel goes down, fuel surcharge goes down and the rates go down a little bit. So we'll see what happens. But right now, diesel's on a downward trend, so that's good. Really quick, I'll just show you guys the national averages per trailer. We went over this last week. Nothing's changed. I'm just going to pop it up here, take a look, pause it if you want to check it out. But same thing as last week, no changes there whatsoever. Not really much going on in trucking news besides a crazy repo attempt story. Owner from Tennessee, I guess he hired a homeless guy to drive his truck. Homeless guy took it, ended up in Houston. The Tennessee owner went down to Houston, tried to repo his truck. Homeless guy attacked him. Cops came, went on a chase. Cops backed down, put a helicopter on him, found him at a gas station, broke down the door, stick him with the canines, and arrested the homeless truck driver. After a little chase there, the guy's waiting to get his truck back. It's the report, obviously, right now by the police, pending the investigation. That's the only crazy story really going on in trucking right now. Not much else to cover. As for the tariffs, we're obviously every single day, every single hour waiting to get an outcome for the China-U.S. tariffs. Hopefully that comes to end soon and boost the market a little bit. But that's everything I have for you guys right now. Just a quick recap of what's going on, a little Monday update, and I'll talk to you guys a little bit later in the week. Thank you.